welcome everybody to Matter 365's newest YouTube channel, focusing on the modern law firm. My name is Abe Stein. I'm the general manager and one of the co-founders here, and I'm excited to be joined by one of our early customers and our newest strategic advisor, Crystal McDonough. Crystal joins us with a background in certainly the legal space sector, but also as a legal tech enthusiast. She's been, a tremendous resource to us as we've taken our product to market and providing incredible product feedback. But Crystal also has a tremendous background as a practicing lawyer, as an owner of her own firm, practicing in the energy sector, which is near and dear to my heart. So we're excited to have her on and to get some of her insights on how she thinks about the legal technology space, how she has approached running and building out her firm, and really what she envisions down the road for McDonough Law. So Crystal, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Abe. I'm really excited to be a part of the team. It's fun to be a part of kind of building out a legal tech software or a solution, a tech solution that really makes a lot of sense, is simple, and lets us do our jobs. Because at the end of the day, the last thing we want to do as lawyers is be messing around with all kinds of technology and figuring out how to do things. We just want something that's easy and we can just get our job done. That's all we want.
Awesome. So that makes a lot of sense. And that's certainly what we hear from our customers, as well as from really any type of small business to mid-sized professional, right? I mean, the aim is to spend as little amount of time tinkering with things on the side that are not core to your business.
Right. Yeah. It's really important for law firms to bring in people who know how to do these things.
Right.
Because otherwise you risk, exposing data, you risk violating the rules of professional conduct. And it's just good business to delegate pieces out to the professionals who know how to do that piece.
Right.
I have a business manager, happens to be my husband, but he managed a multi-million-dollar company for years. He knows how to do this. So, he's a professional at it. He knows how to do it. So put him in that place. I have a CFO that is a contract partner with us, and he has managed the finances for multi-million-dollar companies for years and years and years. We're just lucky that he is working with us. And you bring in the people and the experts, and the IT and the tech is one of those partners. And I really do see technology as a partner. So Matter 365, Marcus are our two partners for our tech side to solve solutions. And it's a constantly evolving one. As you know, I'm constantly calling you and Ivan and Rohit saying, okay, guys, here's a new thing I need.
Right.
Because we're growing. And as you grow, you find new things and things that maybe need to be tweaked, or, reports. I live and die by reports. I'm a data person. I'm running a business. And so I've got to be able to run those reports. I've got to know where things are at.
You mentioned that it's not for everybody. You've had people join the team who've, come to you and realize it's not for them. And I think, a lot of people, in any type of business, that's terrifying to them, right? The idea of investing in growth and then, putting the time and the effort into recruiting, hiring, onboarding, and then having, somebody perhaps move on, whether it's because they got a different offer or if it's not the right fit. I think it's awesome that, it seems like you view that as that's sort of the cost of growth, right? That's something that happens. You're not going to be able to please everybody, and not everybody's going to work out for the long haul, right? That's part of the cost you pay to go from a 3 to 5 person firm to a 20 person firm.
Yeah. And that was a hard lesson to learn in the beginning for me, is that, our way of working, our firm, our approach is different than 90% of the firms out there. And, the first time that this didn't work out, that was hard for me, because I love our firm. I love our culture.
Right.
don't you like it? Why doesn't this work for you?
Your name's on the firm, for crying out loud, right? So I'm sure early on it's hard to not almost take that as a slight, a personal slight, right? But that's such a natural part of growing and building something is you need to learn how to evolve your perspective on those things and what the real costs are, right? Because you build out a business on a spreadsheet and you can forecast, okay, these are my costs, but there's infinite other costs that you just simply can't predict.
And that's the truth. You can't. And you can't predict how people are going to work. You can't predict you can't predict whether somebody's going to be a good fit or not. You just don't know until and we do go through an extensive hiring process when we bring somebody on. I did, but then you have others, the flip side of things where your team that you build, the ones that have been here with you for a long time. One of my attorneys came to me a little while back and he said, Crystal, you've ruined me. I'm never going to be able to go back to traditional law ever again. And I love that.
Got a convert. That's
because
great.
It's amazing. It's not perfect. Nothing is perfect.
Sure.
There are always going to be a challenge no matter where you work. There's always going to be personality differences no matter where you work. There's always going to be something that you wish was different no matter where you work. But if you can build a team where people enjoy, first of all, the kind of work that they're doing, and for the most part, they enjoy working with the people they're working with, to me, that's success at the end of the day.
Right.
And people want to be there. They want to go to work, and you've built this sense of teamwork. I don't know what else you can do. To me, that's the best you can do.
So I'd be curious to hear, what advice you might give somebody who is, whether they're, they're 3L or whether they're currently at a big law firm or in-house because they felt sort of the pressure and the need to go, make that money first for a certain amount of time before taking the plunge, right? And I mean, it's very similar in where I come from, right? I'm a graduate from an MBA program, and the vast majority of folks, they either go into big tech or they go into consulting or, into finance with the aim of, down the road, I'll be an entrepreneur and I'll build something, but I need to go, establish a name, a career, and a fat bank account before I do that, right? Now, you mentioned you went into this right from law school. You had the benefit perhaps of knowledge and skills because you went into law school a little bit later. But I would love to hear what advice you would give somebody who is maybe feeling that itch, but is concerned about the risk and the cost of taking the plunge.
Well, first of all, I think that some people are born with whatever that it factor is to be an entrepreneur. I think some people are just born with that, but I think other people can learn it. I don't think that it is this mysterious thing that only a few people can attain. I really do think anybody can do it if they set their mind to it. It's a decision. It's putting the work in every day. I think the biggest thing that I would advise people is to find a mentor. You have to have a mentor, especially if you are not a born entrepreneur. If you've never started a business before and you don't know how to run and manage a business, I think, a lot of professionals and lawyers are guilty of this. A lot of professionals think, I'm highly educated. I have all these degrees, but, I think that anybody can do it. But if you've never had that experience before, you don't have that background, you don't have people in your life who are working with you and helping you, you need to find a mentor because being an entrepreneur is hard. People who have, you read all these books and you see all these great videos on YouTube and all the social media about how I made $1 million and how I did this and I brought a company from this to this. What they're not telling you is all the hard work and the blood, sweat, and tears that has gone into that. The countless sleepless nights, the constant money that you're pouring into these businesses before they start turning a profit. Right. A business. A law firm is a business, just like a drywall company or a mechanic business or a cleaning company. It doesn't really matter. You're in the service industry and it
Right.
can be messy. You have clients and customers. And, if you've never managed a budget before, there's so much to learn. So I would encourage anyone who's thinking about it to find a mentor, and not just any mentor. You find a mentor who's doing what you want to do,
Right.
because that means they've already done it and accomplished it. They know how to do it and they know how to get you there. If you look for a mentor who is, say, partner at a big mega firm, well, that person may never have had to start a small business before.
Right.
They
It
may
could be
be
a great
great.
mentor if you want to stay in big
Right.
law.
Exactly. If you want to be a big mega partner in a big firm, that's a perfect mentor for you. But if you want to start your own, hang your own shingles, start your own law firm, do that. Find a mentor who's done that.
Right.
And then even dial it down even further. What is your vision? What do you ultimately see? Do you want to be a solo attorney with a small team that just helps you do what you want to do? Or do you want to grow a firm to 5, 10 people? Do you want to grow a 50-person firm? What is your goal? And then you got to define your goal first. And I do a lot of mentoring. And the first question I ask everybody is, what's your dream? I know
Right.
that sounds super cliche, but what is your dream really? What do you want to do?
Right.
And
No,
then
that's key. I mean, I spent a few years in the world of consulting doing that path where I went to, the business world's equivalent of a big law firm, right? I went to a major consulting firm. And one of the things we always establish early on with a client engagement is sort of establishing what is their North Star, right? What is, this might only be a 6 or 9 or 12-month project and engagement. But what, in an ideal world, 3 years down the road, 5 years, what is your North Star that you are aiming for? So that we can then, back into that in more concrete terms.
exactly. That's exactly right. And I think too many people know they want to go out on their own. They know they want to open their own firm, when we're talking in the legal business, but they don't really know what that means. They don't know what they want. They haven't taken the time to do that soul searching to define what they want and what their ultimate goal is.
Right.
And I tell everybody, don't be afraid to dream big, because with technology, you can do anything.